We live.
What's going on, everybody? It's Sunday night. Once again, live in the man cave, joined by our co-host, All-State PG, and the All-State coach. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Coach? How you doing? CT, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good. How y'all doing?
Hey, man, it's been a full week. Been a full week, and got one more week, and then this school year is 2020 in the books. Thank God. A lot of people say thank God. Hey, thank God it's over. Thank God we're here, I guess. But in any event, got a lot to talk about this week. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to get going. Um, so I know we didn't have one last week, so I don't know if we got one this week. I don't know, Tuma's take. I don't know if you got anything that's on your dome. We still sponsored by Mike Booker and Santa
Are we?
Fe. To the end of 2020. To the end of 2020. So after 2020, then it go to the end of the year. After that, then we move on. But if you ready to go, if you got something, if you don't, that's
Appreciate you,
fine.
Pastor Query. Appreciate you, Pastor Query.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Congratulations also on that, Pastor.
Yeah.
Another new church.
Y'all make sure when we get out of this COVID that y'all come visit New Mount Zion.
That's what's up.
Query.
That's what's up. All right, you got anything on your dome, PG?
I just want to talk about the game. I actually was at the game Thursday night, and was it Thursday? Was it Thursday or Wednesday?
It was Thursday night.
Thursday night. And just positive feedback on it. I mean, I really, it was a great game. Very well coached by both parties. Blicker did a great job. Amazing job. I want to give credit to Coach Blicker because they got down 10 at the half, and they actually took the lead going to the fourth quarter. And I thought with the situation that they were in, he made an adjustment that probably helped them a lot in the second half. It hurt, but it helped because of the situation that they're in. But that was taking Trey off the ball completely, and not every possession. If there's any bad thing about it, it's what we've talked about from the beginning. And I know we all saw the highlight video that was made about Trey was going to be ready to face that challenge at the point guard position that we talked about over the summer. And I honestly think that it's what we said. It's going to be a challenge for him playing the point guard. He's not going to be. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to produce offensively the way that he can against a great defensive team that will pick him up 94 feet and turn him. I mean, to me, I don't even think he's a point guard at all. And it kind of just showed to me. I think he's just the ball handler. But for Blicker to take him off the point in the third and have Johnny Torrance kind of handle the ball a little bit more, which he struggled to, but he did a lot better. Trey was able to get a couple buckets off of that situation where it became more of a defensive help side than the way it was in the first half. Bro, I'm telling you, it looked like he played 4 quarters in the first half. He was dead tired. And I just don't see how they can win like that. I don't see how they can win without a PG against a great defensive team. I think that's going to be the struggle because Trey needs to be 18 and 19 point scorer that he's capable of being if he's off the ball. But playing at the next level, he has to play point at the next level. So I understand that, but he couldn't go by nobody. McGriff sent every bit of 6 guys at him. Like one gone. I don't know if you guys ever seen that commercial that they made of LeBron years ago when they was playing the Spurs. And he was like dead tired. And then next thing you know, Kawhi Leonard was subbing back in. And he had that look on his face like, damn, Here you go again. Man, that's the expression. That's the expression you kind of got from that right there. But all in all, I mean, I'm Santa Fe's listen. They don't look good in warm ups, but they got something that can change anybody's outlook playing against them, and that's the best player in the county. Ain't no doubt about that kid, the best player in the county.
Well, can't disagree with you on that, but we kind of talked about that offline. We've been talking about it all year. That is really, not a number one. We say it's like 1A and 1B. You
Yeah.
know, that kid got a high ceiling. That kid can score on all three levels. I want to give a shout out to Coach BG. He gave me a call and he echoed the same thing that you're saying right now. I told him we compared him to a kid in the past, and I told him that he was better than that kid. And Coach left me a message.
Who did y'all compare to? Because I got a comparison.
He, I guess he was talking to somebody, and they were trying to say that Alvin was better than Keyshawn Bryant, and he came and asked me my opinion. And I just think Alvin was a lot more polished on the offensive side that can score on all levels. Both of them got bounce. Both of them are athletes. I like Alvin's pull-up game. He can shoot the mid-range and he can shoot the three consistently. So we was looking at Keyshawn at this time. We was looking at Alvin at this time, and I just thought Alvin was a more polished offensive player.
Oh, he reminds me of Jimmy Baker.
I could take that. Same type of game, but Alvin just a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Than Jimmy is.
Yeah. That's what he reminds me of. And let's be clear. Let's like this Sean just said, let's let the record be clear. The game went into overtime and it was a 1-point game. But if they had the player of the year on Bartow's side, this don't go into overtime. If Walt playing, that is not an overtime game.
But you know what, though? This says so much about the job that Coach McGriff is doing and those other players that he have at Bartow. You know what I'm saying? Dewberry hitting the winning shot. Him and KJ being in double digits. Dathan is putting up numbers. He's, around the 12, 14 range almost every game. And then the win kid. You got to give credit to Coach McGriff and those other players. They've taken on that challenge to not have the best player arguably in the county on their team, and they're still pretty much winning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't say enough good things about the way McGriff coached the kids. And what I like the most about what he's doing is he lets the kids play on the offensive end. So, I mean, I'm seeing like 12 come in, 14. If they open in the corner, they can be 0 for 5. They're gonna be 0 for 6. They're gonna be 1. They're gonna either be 0 for 6 or 1 for 6. Whatever it is, they letting it go. They ain't no bad shot for them. And he's not subbing and you took a bad shot type of thing. It's just if they get an open look in the system they run, they'll go.
Them side pieces, man, they got them side. They side pieces better than some people starting pieces.
Man, but you can't really consider them kids side
pieces.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't consider McGriff, we know
started
McGriff.
where they was at, and they starting at Bartow. They doing their job. It's going to make them tough if they can score in so many different places. You know what I'm saying? You got arguably 5 to 6 kids that can hit you for double digits when Bartow step on the floor. And then not counting what they're going to get in transition from their defense. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, hats off to McGriff putting it together because I sure was interested on how he was going to do it. But I think Walt being out has actually been a blessing for them kids. You know what I'm saying? It's been a blessing to, so they can find their own way. And then when Walt come in, they should be able to put something together.
Yeah, and Sean was saying Jordy didn't play in the fourth quarter in overtime. Why would he play? Like he's like the fourth or fifth option coming in. So it's not a surprise if you know what we if you saw what you saw, you see the rotation. It's hard not to put KJ. KJ played 30 minutes. All right, Dewberry played 20 some minutes. Dewberry is probably the Dewberry and KJ are probably the two weakest links on the defensive end because they're learning the system still, right? But they bring something else to the table that you have to have them on the floor, and like the point guard position, Dewberry has to be on the floor, especially without Walt there, and he's a legit college point guard. Let's
Yes.
say, let's be clear. Um, KJ scoring. KJ's learning how to play defense over there. 14 starts at the other wing. He's probably one of the clutch shooters. Then you get the Frazier kid, and you got 12. So their rotation is 12, 12, 14, Amarion, KJ, and Dewberry. That's 5 guards. Jordy's number 6. So in that rotation, because Jordy probably defends harder, those kids play better offensively. In crunch times, you would probably want to have one of them guys on the floor who can make shots.
But my thing is, Corey, McGriff knows his team, and
Yeah,
he's going to do what it takes to win. If it involves playing Jordy, he's going to play Jordy. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? If it don't involve it, he's not going to do it. And that not only goes to Jordy, that goes to Malcolm, KJ, or whoever.
Because
McGriff is
12,
going to do
12 didn't play. I don't think 12 played a lot late either because he wasn't effective to play. I think when you're effective on both ends, McGriff plays you. If you're not effective, I got to find somebody who can be effective on both ends.
My thing is, I trust his judgment. You know what I'm saying? Especially in those situations, and he usually comes out on top. So whatever he feels that he needs to do to win, I'm gonna support McGriff whether he win or lose. He
Yeah.
just got a kind of confidence from me that I'm gonna support him in whatever decision that he makes.
Because honestly, the first half I was disappointed in Dewberry and KJ. I think they combined for like 1 point. And then the second half, I mean, they combined for KJ had 14 in the second half, Dewberry had 12 or 13.
But you know what? That's been a pattern. I mean, you and I talked about that with Coach. That's been a pattern from them. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on in the first half to get them going, but second half's been really, really good for them.
It seemed like they're trying to be system kids. It looked like Walt last year. I felt like Walt didn't want to try to take over because he's coming in new and he don't want the players to feel like, yo, this our team. Why, you know what I'm saying? This ain't just about Walt. Because I mean they might have only took, I think Dewberry was in foul trouble. They might have only took four shots in the first half.
Okay.
But Frazier letting it go, 12 in the corner letting it go. They shoot, man. They shoot a lot of threes. Fun to watch though. They fun to watch because of how hard they play.
It had to be because Alvin went for 35, so he was a problem out there.
Man, Alvin is hey, listen. I don't know how he ended up with 5 points against whoever, but Alvin is a problem. Like that performance alone was very interesting, and I would go back to watch that. I would pay to watch that one. Kid can play. Now next level, if he's mid-major, or if he goes mid-major or he gets a high major gig, I think it's gonna take him a year to try to understand how to play basketball at the next level because he's freestyle offensively. So I don't see a system. He has to pick a school that fits his style of play or he'll struggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect that.
In a year, sometimes it takes a year to learn how to play college basketball.
But I also think it's going to take a year to get his body ready too. You know what I'm saying? It's the off season is going to be important for him to hit the weight room hard. I think he probably need to bulk up another at least 10, 15 pounds before his freshman year. You know what I'm saying? So he could be prepared, for that journey, and we talked about it earlier in our podcast. When you prepare your body, it actually prevents injury. So that's going to be one of the major issues or major things he needs to work on in the off season.
And see, that's interesting about both of them. Like even like with the Trey, and I mean, I know we need to move on from it, but that was like the time that you want to see both of them play against somebody. Like the ball handling drills and all that stuff that goes on with these kids nowadays still doesn't take away from when you get on the court and you competing against somebody like that. If you're not getting that day to day, I don't care how much of the drills you do with the ball handling. If you ain't getting that type of 94-foot pressure every day, when you see it like that, it takes a step back. And I mean, Trey's young. Well, Trey a junior, so he got a whole nother year. But you got to learn how to play that. He got to find a way to play the point guard position. Let's just say that. He has to find a way to play the point guard position.
And that's one of the things that we did in practice. My boys team, my girls team, we apply pressure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we work on coming up against pressure. So it works twofold. So that's something that coach is going to have to work on in practice.
Well, the thing with that, I mean, Trey, this is first time playing PG. He 4 games in, and he didn't have a summer or a fall, to kind of work on it. So he kind of like OJT. It's like on the job training. He just kind of, and the good thing is, I mean, we saying he a 2 guard and a point guard body, but in order to go to college, you go out to play the PG unless he grow 3-4 inches, So he kind of stuck. So the only way you can learn it is to do it, And I mean, to Blicker credit, he not running from competition, so he putting them up against, some good teams. So it's only gonna make him tougher. And you figure that he can only get better. I mean, like you say, they threw 5. Bartow, he ain't gonna play many teams that can throw 5 guards at you. 6 if you can't walk, and constant pressure on them. So, I mean, he can only get better. But like you said, that was a tough. Like you said, but we said that. We said, that it was going to be. We said it was going to be tough for him because Bartow was going to throw a lot of people at him and try to wear him down. I mean, it wasn't no secret. I mean, anybody that's playing them that got the ability to do it would do it. I would think that you try to just wear him down, and because what you're going to get out of Allen, so you got to try to minimize some of the other guys. And even like you said to me when they took him off the ball. I know it was a couple of times where Bartow was they lost him and he hit a couple threes. So he still, if he ain't the best shooter in the county, he's still one of the top 2 or 3. It's just like you say, his offense suffering because he got to run the point. So it's kind of a catch-22 with them. Can you imagine if they get somebody who can actually play if they could kind of work Johnny Torrance to the 1 more and get Trey off the ball, that could be the next level for him. I don't know if that's, in the plans or not, but, if they could split that up with Trey not handling the ball the whole time, they become a whole different team because, Alvin going to command so much attention. Trey don't need but a second. He don't need but an inch, and it's pretty much
a well-coached team ain't gonna give him that inch. Like McGriff, I see somebody saying the coaching, and I'm not just gonna give someone credit just to give him credit, but Blicker didn't get out-coached.
No,
I would be the first one to say, man, the guy can't coach. I would question things. He didn't get out-coached. Trey did miss a free throw that could have kept them. That Trey missed a shot. He went one out of 2, I think, in the 4th quarter, late in the 4th quarter, or it was early overtime. He didn't get out coached. That just came down to when you get into overtime like that, those situations, bro. And that was a big shot that kid Dewberry made. That wasn't no coaching moment.
Yeah, that's just players making plays.
That's players making plays because, I mean, even the layup Trey missed, that doesn't go with coaching. That just goes with fatigue. He was fatigued. He had a wide open layup. He was fatigued, So
that's a strategy in itself, and people wonder why my team's applied pressure for 4 quarters. You're not gonna have the legs to hit those shots in the fourth. That's a strategy. You know what I'm saying? Even though it may not be working, my kids he's like, "Hey, coach, we need to get out of it." No, we don't. It's gonna pay off in the end. You just gotta stay the course, trust the process. Because when they get the fourth quarter and the overtime, boy, them legs not the same like they were fresh in the first quarter. It's hard to hit shots like that when you dead tired. And from what you saying, Tuma, he was gassed in the first half.
Gassed.
And maybe to the point of kind of what Rashad saying, I guess, at the end, because I mean they won by 2 in overtime, and Dewberry hit a tough, like you said, a college level shot that people don't really get that shot credit when you hit. But Bartow had the guy that they wanted to take the shot that took the shot, and I guess you could say that Santa Fe didn't because Alvin didn't take the shot. I mean, you could say that since he had such a phenomenal game. I mean, I don't know, but I guess that I don't know if you could say. What I'm saying. I'm not saying you could say that. I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
Dewberry got the shot, and it was a tough shot, but he got the shot, and you know, I mean, it's just that's the nature of the beast. Trey missed a layup. Dewberry hit a pull up. I mean, they both good players, and they both had a good shot. One hit the shot, one didn't. So it kind of
would have been easier to guard. It would have been easier to guard Alvin with under 5 seconds, full court, than to guard Trey. Let's be clear. Like if Alvin would have brought that ball up,
he wouldn't have made it.
Oh, he wouldn't have made it. Like, come on.
He would have ran somebody at him, and which he would have ran somebody at him to get the ball out of his hand. So I mean, it's just a game. One person hit a shot. Is a great game. It's a classic. And it was great for Polk County basketball. That type of game between 2 Polk County teams. So, so if you missed it, you missed a treat. And it's the only
good job, man. Good job to Coach McGriff and Bartow, and good job, Coach Blicker and Santa Fe. That's my second time watching them play. I'm impressed. I told you guys off the air that I'm just impressed with how well coached Santa Fe is. I mean, he's not the best, but I mean the squad that he has, I'm impressed. And if you're not impressed with Santa Fe, you're a hater. I don't think there's too many teams in this county that clearly can beat them.
Yeah, I think it was a great game for Polk County. I'm glad it lived up to the hype. And the kids actually came out and played, and they won it. From what I understand, the kids won the game. And that's the way it should be. So that was a good one. So
now, let me ask y'all. Let me go over to the Polk hoop first. Them Dreadnoughts. What in the world is going on with the Lakeland Dreadnoughts?
Are we on the second? This is a second Tuma tape.
We can do it as my coaching corner. We can do it as my coaching corner.
We're not done. We got to talk about Dreadnoughts.
Okay, well, go ahead, Coach.
My question is, y'all frat brother made a comment this week, and people took offense to it about the comment that he made. And what I want to ask you guys, was he wrong by the comment that he made?
No, the way he explained the comment, it was clearly to the point. And I want to say this, man, because we get so caught up. Sports is sports, right? We get caught up in everything being personal about kids. Like we're talking the sport, the team, the name of the school. That's what we're saying. When we talk about Florida, Miami, Florida State, them still kids out there. They just graduated 18. They still kids, right?
All right.
These are kids. We're talking about the team. He said exactly what was supposed to be said in the scenario that we got on the interview. Coach them said they want all the smoke, and the players said put some respect on them. They should be top 5 players, and we respected that. But if you're gonna talk like that, you got to produce. You know what I'm saying? And hey, he can't help either. They can't help players are hurt, but this ain't the time to make excuses about anything. You got guys out there. You can't make excuses.
All right.
But you want the smoke. You got to put up, or you're gonna get attacked like that.
Yeah, I didn't think his comment was directed towards an individual. or that was derogatory towards kids or the coach themselves. It was, not only Lakeland, but it was a lot of people had a lot of confidence before the season started. A lot of them. And I would say that not only Lakeland, it's a couple other teams that's not living up to the expectations that were set, in the preseason. So I didn't think his comments was out of the way. I think it was taken that way, but the comments after that was comical, and it got personal.
When you losing, everything get personal. Y'all ain't caught that about anybody. When you losing, everything's personal about kids. And when you winning, you getting hated on in a different manner. Oh, they hating because we winning. When you losing, oh, they hating on the kids. When you winning, they're hating because you winning. When you losing, it's hating on the kids. Nah.
And the thing is, like you said, I mean, everybody came on the show. Well, not everybody, but a lot of teams came on here during the preseason media days. And I mean, and we got to be fair. We got to be consistent and honest. I mean, we didn't call them on that. Bro did, but he only repeated, like you saying, he only repeating what they said. We didn't feed them that question. They said that on their own. They said that's what it was going to be. They also, like you said, the kids called us out. They were the only kids that called us out about them rankings, if you remember.
Yeah, it was good.
The only kid that wanted to, but they never said it. But they called us out on the air with it. So if you call us out on it, then now you got people that's looking at you now because you done brought that, you brought that spotlight to yourself, and so you gotta be ready for it if it's not going the way it's gonna go, and we gotta be fair. So if we love hearing the death, we love the kids to death and everything, but I mean it is what it is.
I think everybody clearly knows that. I think everybody clearly knows, especially between me and you being here, that we got a strong relationship with him. So it ain't, you if you don't know that by now, then it's like, okay, I'm sure at the beginning of the Polk Who's podcast, like, why he ain't the only one on there? We got a relationship with him. And I've told him on the podcast, no, hey, brother, pressure on you. We gonna give it to you just like I give it to everybody else. That's just because we rooting for you. But at the end of the day, you want the smoke. The smoke is part of this podcast. You're gonna get some smoke when you ain't producing.
Important thing is that their district is wide open. It's important that they be playing well at the end of January, going into February. So, it's no way but up right now. And I got confidence that he's gonna put something together to turn it around. But right now, with the comment that was said, I didn't think it warranted the attacks that he got. You know what I'm saying? So, I was thinking about my coaching corner like the whole entire time, but it kept going back to, what y'all bruh said. Like, I didn't think it was out of the way.
He wasn't talking about kids. He was talking about the program, saying they want the smoke.
So my thing is they got an opportunity to do something about it. He ain't got a tough schedule, so him and them kids got an opportunity to do something about it.
Yeah,
they're young. I guess apparently they're young. I mean, we can get a breakdown of through the podcast, but they're young. They got a lot of they don't got a lot of scenes like they did last year. I take it, but I mean, the expectation for us, we had Lakeland ranked in the top 10, right? Like number 6 or 7 all summer, correct? Yeah. And now they 0-4, and we didn't expect that.
And the thing is, we know they didn't expect it, but I mean, you lose Pat Taylor, you lose AJ Gant, and then you lose Trey Lane. Those are 3 big losses. That ain't that ain't nothing that you can minimize from the leadership of AJ and Pat to the leadership, the experience, and then just the offensive, play of Trey. that was a big loss from that team, and I don't know if folks gave that enough credit or not, but I mean it was a big loss. I mean, so I mean you figure they got to get better. They can only get better. I mean, but right now it's a struggle out the gate, and I mean, like you said, if you talk about it, then you can't get mad. I mean, you can get mad, but you can't get too mad if folks call you on what you said. I mean, it's what you said. It ain't what we said. It's what you and your program said. So,
Hey, I was looking for the attention from Kathleen when we know what Kathleen had for us transfer. Now that attention is on Lakeland Dreadnoughts. Will Lakeland win 10 games?
Oh man, I knew it was coming, man.
Will Lakeland win 10 games?
Oh man,
it's gonna be a tough road to climb. Only thing I will say this is that we are the ones that will give you praise, but we're gonna be the ones that let you know when you're not playing well too. It's not fun when you're losing, but it should be motivation right now. Like, he's going into the Christmas break. This is when the time that your squad get better. So you got the break. You can have extra practice time. I would really, really, and I'm not saying that they're not working hard because I know they are, but I just know I'm gonna see a different team when we get back here in January. But we're gonna see a different team when we get back in January.
All right.
But the thing is, though, if we don't, some of these questions and comments are warranted. Yeah. And it's not only them; it's other teams too. I got called out the other day. It was like, stop giving Discovery props because y'all cool with the coach. You know what I'm saying? They tried to explain to me that Discovery is not good. I was like, well, they don't beat a couple teams, and they done played some other teams really, really tough. So,
Didn't Auburndale put that sausage in them?
Coach.
They did.
That's why you need to start giving the credit. We got calls on that.
Along that line, if you had to say one team that's been the biggest 2 weeks in, the biggest surprise and the biggest disappointment?
Oh, that's easy for me. I go first. Auburndale is like, for real. After watching them, when we all sat together and watched them, I was nervous. I was very nervous, and I didn't know that what they had coming in and how he would adjust to it would make them as great as they've been in December. So, like, I look like Charles Barkley on this show because I had Auburndale losing to Winter Haven. I had Auburndale getting the running clock against Windermere, the same team that beat Bartow by 16. I got to eat that. I got to eat all that, man. And so Auburndale, I mean, Eric, them doing an amazing job bringing those football guys in, and he's made a quick adjustment that my second team, who's been the biggest disappointment, is the Lakeland Dreadnoughts. They ain't made the adjustment bringing the football guys back the same way Auburndale has. So we can't make the excuse, we just got the football guys back, because Auburndale got the football guys back, and they're winning big games with the football guys back in the same short time, a week or so less. Lakeland gets the football guys back, they still losing. Okay. I didn't expect 0-4, man. I thought he would probably be 3-1 right now.
Coach?
I agree with Tuma with the two teams. By far is the biggest surprise and the biggest disappointment. I've seen Auburndale basically change, in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's like the team that we seen, it's a totally different team now. They're playing together. They're playing well. You have to give props to Coach E and what he's done with that team now that he has his whole team. Lakeland, the proof is in the pudding. We don't have to repeat what's going on. But I will also say, to be honest, another surprise with me is actually Hardee. Hardy, we kind of said they'll be pretty good with all those people coming back, but they played a couple games without their head coach. You know what I'm saying? That's tough from a mental mindset. So that lets me know what the work they're putting in practice to come in and play a couple games without your head coach and beat some pretty good teams. So that's another surprise team from Hardy. To be honest, I didn't think they were as good as advertised, but I have to give them their props. They actually a little bit better. So I want to give a shout out to Hardy and Hardy's coach and the job that they're doing.
And that was going to be Arbondale. I kind of expect Arbondale to be pretty good. I didn't know if they would be undefeated, to be honest with you. But I expect them to be pretty good with what they got. Hardy though, for them to go into Kathleen and win, and then go in and get Arbondale all they wanted. That's kind of spoke a lot about their team. But like you said, I think we're all on the same page. The biggest disappointment will probably have to be Lakeland, because I don't think nobody expect Lakeland to be 0-4 right now. So that is kind of so that would be mine as well. So segue right into the team. So first thing, we got team of the week for last week. We got two teams that are kind of I guess we talking about two. Bartow went 3-0. Beat good Oldsmar Christian team. They beat Santa Fe in overtime, and they also beat George Jenkins over at Jenkins pretty good. And Arbondale, once again, Arbondale had 4 games last week. We said last week on the show that was going to be a big week for them. They beat Discovery pretty good. They beat Winter Haven pretty good. Rivalry game. They beat Hardy. And then they beat Windermere. So they beat 4 pretty good teams last week. So those are 2 teams that we came up with. So who you all pick for team of the week? Do it live on the majority rule.
Yeah, Auburndale.
Auburndale by far.
By far.
So that they played in the top teams. They played, top 10 teams that we had ranked. And then you go out and beat a Windermere. It's no question.
Yeah, just beat Windermere. To go beat Winter Haven by 20 at Winter Haven, and then come back They beat Hardy on that Friday, right?
And they beat Hardy the night before, yeah.
Then come back on Saturday and beat a powerhouse.
Yeah,
team of the week.
We got to talk about it. We know I'm
giving the praise, because if it wasn't the other way, I'd be giving them the business. So I'm gonna give them the praise.
Yeah.
But yeah,
not Auburn coach either. It was very, very, very impressive last week. Very impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple kids for player of the week. So first one, we kind of already talked about a couple of them. Alvin, for his performance against Bartow, his stat line was 35 points, 9 rebounds, 9 blocks in the 60-58 overtime loss. We also had KJ Parker from Bartow, who had 15 against Santa Fe, 14 in the second half, and he had 19 against Jenkins. I also had Dewberry, who had 14, who had the game-winning shot in the overtime. We also had Marcellus Thomas again. He only had again from last week. For this week, he was on there last week also. Had 22, 19, 11 in 3 games this past week. And I think Kathleen won all 3 of their games. They beat Plant City.
They lost to Hardy.
They went 2-1. Hardy, they beat Plant City, and they beat Osceola. We had Diego, who had 20 in that game against Winter Haven. He was 5 for 8 from the 3-point line in that 20-plus point win. I also had Nehemiah Turner from Arbondale, who had 20 and 17 against Winter Haven. Strong double-double for the sophomore. So those are the 5 kids, 5 nominees for Player of the Week. What y'all think?
Well, Alvin's performance, they only played one game, I think. So Alvin's performance was clearly the best of the week. But my pick is actually Marcellus Thomas. He consistently putting up these numbers. Um, and I said in the beginning, he's going to have to play this way in order for Castelline to be successful. They went 2-1. They should have won the game. They had a chance to win the game, put it that way. They had a chance to win the game against Hardy. I think they led most of that game, and Hardy ended up coming back at the end.
They did.
But for him to have 20, 19, and 11, 3 games out of the week, they went 2-1. They beat an Osceola team that's won a couple state championships in the last few years. So that's a big win for them. And they beat Plant City. But for him to be consistent over the whole entire week, mine is Marcellus Thomas.
Okay. Boss?
Yeah, I agree. I'm riding with Coach on that. Marcellus. I mean, he just consistent right now. I want to see the stat book to see how many shots he's taking, but just to do what he's doing, I'm impressed without a doubt. I mean, we said at the beginning, he got to put up those type of numbers. If he's a average 10 points a game guy, they're going to struggle. So it's good to see that. But I mean, it was a tough one because KJ came right back around after having a slump, and the 14 points was very convincing to me. And then to come back and give 19 against Jenkins was another way to get out of a slump. So he would be my second guy. And then you said the Turner kid? I was impressed with the Turner kid the first night we saw him.
Turner at 20 and 17 against Winter Haven.
Yeah, I was impressed with the Turner kid just when I saw him. So those three with my mention with my T being.
So, all right, well, based off that, Marcellus Thomas will be Polk Hoops Player of the Week for the week of that was December 5th through the 12th. Shout out to Monty and Kathleen. All right, so going right into teams, we're gonna update our top 20 for this week. A lot of moving around, a lot of moving and shaking. So, without further ado, let me pull it up. 16 through 20. Checking in number 20, Lake Region. 19, Fort Meade. Fort Meade enters the top 20. Was out last week. Picked up a big win on Friday night versus Frost Crew. Beat them 57-55. So Fort Meade enters into the top 20. Number 18 is McKeel. 17, Lake Gibson. And 16 is Sebring. Sebring took a big drop because they dropped a couple games this past week. They playing some tough teams, but they playing some close games, but they losing them. So 16 is Sebring, 17 Lake Gibson, 18 McKeel, 19 Fort Meade, 20 Lake Region. 15 through 11. 15 is Jenkins. Jenkins moved up after they win against Lakeland. They did lose to Bartow. 14 is Vanguard. 13, Tenorock. Tenorock made a big jump. Tenorock right now is at 3-1. So,
hey, was they even ranked? They weren't even ranked at all, right?
Speaking of surprise, Coach Pearsall got the kids 3-1. They was number 20 last week, so they moved up 7 spots. Number 12 is Lake Wells. Lake Wells 2-1. Unfortunately, Lake Wells didn't get to play at all last week. They were quarantined, so all three they didn't play any. But they at 12 and 11 is Victory. So 11 Victory, 12 Lake Wells, 13 Tenorock, 14 Vanguard, 15 Jenkins. Top 10, 10 Frostproof, 9 Discovery, 8 Lakeland Christian, 7 Kathleen, 6 Santa Fe. Santa Fe 6, Kathleen 7, Lakeland Christian 8, Discovery 9, Frostproof 10. And top 5, number 5, Winter Haven, 4, Hardy, 3, Ridge, 2, Bartow, and number 1 is Arbondale. So number 1, Arbondale, second week in a row, 2, Bartow, 3, Ridge, 4, Hardy, 5, Winter Haven. So what's you all's impression or thoughts or feedback or reaction to the 20? We'll post it tomorrow, but just right now on the air, what's your thoughts?
I like everything about it. Santa Fe 1-3, so they shouldn't be in the top 5, but there's no teams better than them behind them. And we discussed that. Lakeland 0-4 definitely shouldn't be in the top 20. Other than that, everything else was solid.
So Lakeland and Haines City both dropped out the top 20 from last week. They both Lakeland 0-4.
Yeah, they got to get out that donut.
Haines City 0-6.
Yeah, they got to get out that donut.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is that teams are playing each other, and it's going to take care of themselves. The thing is that you got to do your part by winning. You know what I'm saying? It's bad losses is going to hurt you with these rankings. You know, unfortunately, and it's a great thing that a bunch of these teams are playing each other. You know, Hardy had a pretty good 2 weeks by playing a bunch of the teams that are ranked here on Polk County. So you got to really give it to them. Ridge has done a great job also. Armdale has faced arguably almost everybody but Bartow so far. You know, that game is going to be circled on 119 when they play. Coach E already said they're going to be quarantined, but we're going to make that game up either way. So, Coach G, whatever we got to do to make sure that we play that game, we're going to play that game. So, I think everybody is rightfully so where they're at. It's still going to be a lot of movement because, you know, it's going to be some teams, you know, suffer some losses. Now, what I'm interested in is how they perform over the break, especially when you're not playing teams here in the county. And how much that is going to weigh into our rankings coming back from break.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting because everybody is not playing, from what I understand, because some people got their stuff canceled and they weren't able to replace it. So I guess we'll have to kind of make a decision on that. Because if I don't play and you play, then does it hurt me if I lose and you didn't play at all, so you didn't have a chance to possibly lose? I mean, I guess that kind of got to be factored in at some point. But so yeah, that's the top 20 for the week. We'll post it tomorrow. I see Coach Cecil's already kind of got a question. He kind of feels some kind of way, which we understand, Coach. You know. So now we are going to pick games of the week. So last week, Coach Billy D went 9-4 on the week, and Polk Hoops and Corey Toomer went 8-5. So Coach Billy D won the week.
Oh, so wow. I had a winning record?
Yeah, you had a winning record. So you 8-5, I was 8-5. So now, Coach Billy D is one game ahead of us on the year. He 12-6, and Toomer, me and you 11-7. So we got a full slate this week.
I'm ready, dog. My record finna boost. Hey, I would be good, but I was disrespecting Adele. I was disrespecting them bloodhounds.
You was disrespecting the hound. So, all right. So tomorrow night, Monday, we got Discovery. The first one, Discovery at Ridge.
Ridge. I ain't picking Discovery no more.
I was threatened by picking Discovery, so even though Coach Wheeler is doing all right, I got Ridge in that one.
That's gonna be a pretty athletic game, low key athletic. I don't know if it's low key, but it's gonna be an athletic game. Both of them guys got some guys that can play. You know, that Jude Stallworth matchup will be interesting. Both of those guys are pretty athletic, but I like Ridge also. All right. Also on Monday night, we got Santa Fe at Winter Haven.
Santa Fe.
Yeah, I got Santa Fe.
Okay.
Hold on. That's interesting.
It is,
You
but
seen Winter Haven, Billy D?
huh?
You seen Winter Haven, right?
I've seen them. I I think they having problems scoring, especially in the bigger games that I've seen. So I think Santa Fe is going to be able to outscore them. It's going to be tough. The young kids are developing and they're tough. I still think they're a year away. So I like Santa Fe in that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Santa Fe. I just don't think nobody else around here could beat Santa Fe other than Bartow.
Including Auburndale?
They already beat Auburndale.
Oh, okay.
They beat him convincingly. So I mean, he ain't had the players, so they're not playing again.
Oh, yeah,
No.
that ain't the same Auburndale that they beat.
But you know what though? With these COVID situations, I know they need games. So they probably can schedule it if they want to.
Man, these coaches, something else, man.
Coach E, Coach Blicker, make it happen.
Listen, Billy D, you in this troubling time would say, the hell with the Polk County thing. I ain't playing against such and such. These coaches here, man, they got something else going on.
They stick to the tradition. That's the tradition. They don't play each other, and they don't want to be seen. They don't want folks to see what they're doing and all that stuff. That's been.
I'm gonna see you regardless. This is a new era. You can go Facebook Live and people go Facebook Live and ain't got to be at your game. It can be 3 months down the road. The Facebook Live is still up, and they got a way to see you.
But my thing is, it's like right now the mosaic is canceled. All right, it's tough to get really good games. They're not in each other's district. You know what I'm saying? If they have games available, like why wouldn't you try to play? That's my thing. I don't know what their situation is, but I know games are starting to get canceled. Period. Shootouts are starting to get canceled. My girls were supposed to play this weekend. It get canceled on Friday. You know, we were supposed to go way to Mayo on Saturday. We found out Friday that it's canceled. So things are happening. People are losing games. So I know it's a possibility. My thing is, will they pursue it? I highly doubt it, but we putting it on Polk right now that they need to try to put it together.
Made for TV. If we can get Bartow Santa Fe, we ought to be able to get Auburndale Santa Fe. I agree. All right, Tuesday night. This is a rivalry game, bro. So I gotta say it. Fort Meade at Hardy.
I got Hardy.
Hardy.
Even though Fort Meade coming off a big win, I still don't think they'll be able to match up with Hardy.
We got some athletes people don't know about, but I at home in the what they call that, the cage, I think I like Hardy also. All right, Kathleen at Auburndale Tuesday night. Kathleen at Auburndale Tuesday night.
I don't see Coach Edom having no letdown, so I still like Auburndale at home, but I think Kathleen gonna give them a fit.
Auburndale
has size, and Kathleen don't have size, and I think that's gonna be hard for Kathleen to handle. So for that reason, I like Auburndale also.
Hey, Coach Blicker on here now. Coach Blicker, make that Auburndale game happen. I know you and E friends. I know y'all got games open. Let's make it happen.
Blicker on here.
Hey, highlight what Coach E just posted. So Coach E want to smoke.
Why you didn't schedule Lakeland then? You ran from Lakeland after they tried to give you that was Lakeland ran from you. My bad. I was saying it wrong. I know somebody ran from somebody. Well, Lakeland ran from you.
Okay. So Coach E say it don't matter to him. That's what we got one half of it. So we just gotta make the other half happen.
Coach E just talking, man. Coach E just talking.
He just rapping.
Talking good for the book. Talking good for the book because he's the number one team in the county.
Hey, when you drag 4 people, you know you win 3 games.
I got a question for y'all, right?
Hold on, Coach Blicker say. Hold on, Coach Blicker just answered.
I don't see no. Who was Coach? I see
Mike Booker. Don't trip. Coach Booker say ain't no JV. Coach Booker ain't no Polk. We gotta set that up.
You know Blick ain't good. Hey, look,
Aaron said 7 o'clock, no JV.
Look at all of nobody. Yeah, we got to make that happen.
We need days.
Right here, breaking news on Polk County, Auburndale and Santa Fe, regular season.
Yeah, we need days. Let's throw out some days.
Hey, let me give y'all give y'all something about Coach E. Since he on here, let's put him on blast on something. I saw this because I know he been selling me out, looking for me for the 4-2 record. Coach E plays Winter Haven. He beats Winter Haven by 20, right? He don't post that score. He come back the next night, whoever he beat, he posts that score. Why he ain't post the score that he beat Winter Haven by 20 is my question. Somebody asked that. He didn't want to post it. Then the next night, he want to post how he beat Discovery by 20 or 30 points. Why you don't want to post that you beat Winter Haven by 20, Coach?
Coach, you saying y'all gonna play Tuesday? Oh, he's saying Kathleen game Tuesday night is at 7. There's no JV. So that's a scheduling update. No JV is just a varsity game at 7 against Kathleen on Tuesday night.
We appreciate that update, but let's get to the point. This Santa Fe game. I know you got open. Let's shoot out some dates and let's make it happen.
Yeah, y'all talk about it, and let us know. All right, Wednesday, Bartow at Orlando Edgewater.
I'm not sure what Edgewater has. They was tough a year or two ago, but I haven't heard anything about them this year in the Orlando area. So I'm gonna go with Bartow.
I'm still trying to figure out why Coach E didn't post that Winter Haven score. He worried about him and Mike talking. Talk to us about why you didn't post that score. I got Bart. I don't know anything about Edgewater, so I'm around with Bartow. I'm around with County.
It's still Winter Haven, Coach. Some stuff, the Auburndale Winter Haven. Some stuff you just kind of, I don't know. I ain't no Auburndale or Winter Haven guy. I'm just, talking from what I've heard. All right, Thursday, Frostproof. I said I wasn't gonna say this one, but anyway, Frostproof at Ridge.
That's the intriguing game right there. Coach Johnson, if you on the air, that is a big statement win if you can go to Ridge and beat them at Ridge. We talked about in the past, you got to beat people to move up. That's a top 5 team. That is a great opportunity to send a message. But I'm still taking Ridge in that game.
Coach, Frostproof might have one of the top juniors that we don't talk about. Nobody talk about kid Devontre Chaney.
Yes, that's my classmate's son.
6'2", 6'3", he tough. He ain't bad at all. He got a couple other kids. He got a sophomore kid, AJ Cobb kid, about 6'3", about 6'4", something like that. That ain't bad either. But anyway, Frostproof and Ridge. So you got Ridge, Coach Billy D?
I got Ridge.
That's gonna be an interesting game because, like I say, Frostproof got some athletes and Ridge got some athletes. And from what I understand, when Ridge played Auburndale, and we was at the game, I was at the game, and I sat with one of the Ridge people that's at all the games. They were surprised with how Ridge played against Auburndale. He felt like he tried to match. First of all, Auburndale took him out of everything they wanted to do because they just were so aggressive. They just took it to him, and I don't think Ridge was ready for that. But also, Ridge didn't play a lot of people. They might have played the starting 5 played pretty much the whole he didn't play his bench at all. I don't get that. Now he wasn't big at all either, and like I said, Auburndale was so much bigger than them. They just wore him out inside, which shout out to Coach E for that. But the coach felt like they got a different team than what they showed against Auburndale. Not saying they would have beat Auburndale, they wouldn't, but they didn't play how they had been playing. So I don't know if that is a difference with them against Frostproof, but for that reason, I'm gonna take Ridge also because they're at home. But I think it's gonna be a close game. I think
It's gonna be close too.
I think that Frostproof will have a chance to win it. But I think Ridge, I'm gonna go with them just because they they're home and that's gonna give them that's gonna be good for a couple of baskets.
I think the Cheney kid gets off early, and Frostproof could have the lead early. But Ridge is 10, 15 points better at home, so I like Ridge at home.
But that Jude versus Cheney, I'm not saying they're gonna be guarding each other, but that Jude versus Cheney matchup, that should be a pretty good one. Coach, what you got to him?
I ain't allowed to pick Frostproof, man.
Okay, so you ain't on that one?
Because I don't never go watch them.
All right, so I'm gonna put NA for two.
Yeah, on me last time, so I ain't picking no Frostproof.
Gotcha. All right. Also Thursday night. This is a big week for Kathleen. Kathleen at Bartow. So Kathleen got Arvindale and Bartow the same week, both on the road. So shout out to Coach Shaw for the for the schedule. Bartow and Arvindale up back to back away on the same week, but he did it. So
do we allow fans in that game? They're gonna be able to behave?
Oh man,
what are they playing at?
It's a good question. Bartow? It's at Bartow. I'm sure they're gonna be ready to. I'm sure they'll have it lined up. But yeah, that's the.
Do our media passes work in Bartow? Hey, listen, I got to make sure I can go to Bartow. Remember, I made a mistake over the summer with the 87, 88 team. Every time I go
to they still waiting on you.
Every time I go to barbershop, I get beat down by a new customer walking in there asking me about this mistake I made. And I tell them that it was my mistake. It ain't had nothing to do with Polk Hoops. Is anybody from Bartow okay with me coming to the game? Before I go, it's on Friday night.
It's Thursday night. So you already be over there.
No, I'm on Friday appointments. Of course I got Bartow.
Yeah, I got Bartow also. They too deep and they got some athletes too. Bartow I think it's better right now.
Hey,
but I think it's gonna be a great game.
I've been thinking about this the whole time since they shut down the Mosaic that the Polk County team should just play against each other. It should be the Polk County. How dope would it be when we had been trying to get the Polk Hoops what's the name to try to get the Polk Hoops tip off. Now we got the opportunity with the Mosaic being not in there, just do Polk versus Polk. But they're not gonna play each other because of the week after.
But Griff not gonna play.
So it's a great idea. And if you could get your guys, it would be a great idea if we could pull that off. But I don't see it happening, but it would be great if we could.
Yeah, McGriff not gonna play. He's not gonna take that risk. So that'd be tough to pull off.
Hey, Black, you saying I'm welcome to your city, man. You been out going that dreadnought then. I can't say, but hey, we can't carry Kappa canes in the dreadnought then. You better not go in that den, boy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, boy. You hit the wrong block, boy. You might be in some trouble, boy. I know people were waiting for you. All right, so I got Bartow too. I think that's gonna be tough for Kathleen to go in Bartow.
Kathleen go 1-2 this week.
Bartow wins. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough
1-2.
Tough week for Kathleen. It's a potential great week for them though. They jump in there and make a statement. But you got the number 1 and number 2 team, like Coach Billy D just said. The Frost Crew, they got a chance to make a huge statement. If they can go get one of them, get both of them. Shout out to them for scheduling. What's that?
Blah blah blah. I ain't convinced yet. Kathleen, but what?
You ain't gonna convince yet? Okay. You ain't taking the sauce right now?
No, man.
All right. So
they play number 1 and number 2 in the same week. Well, Shaw, what were you thinking of? Right before Christmas. Ooh, it's tough in the streets.
Shaw say, hey, man. Hey, and Shaw next week. Shaw them got Windermere in the Christmas tournament.
Whoa. Good Lord.
Yeah, Shaw got Windermere. Shaw was watching the game the other night, watching Arvindale and Windermere. He said, I got both of them. I'm like, both of them? Both of them. I said, okay. Shout out to Shaw.
Ain't no punks over at the devil. The devil den.
Yeah, the lean man. Lean said they ain't sweet. They is
Shout out to Coach Shaw. Get them boys down there.
Coach Shaw got them playing. That was a good win they had Saturday, man. They started slow and picked it up. That was a good win Saturday against Osceola, Lakeland Talents too. So
Kathleen liable to get 3 sausages to put in them before I podcast. That is a tough schedule, man. Y'all don't just run past that schedule like that's like you overlook that schedule now. Hold on, man. We did not overlook that he played number 1, 2 in the top 17 in the state. Come on, man. That is tough.
Oh, hey, Jimmy Dean and Roger Wood.
Hey, boy, Jimmy Dean. Hey, Shaw, if you go on 3, man, just control your fans because you're gonna be the topic of the discussion at Polk.
Oh man, hey man, that's the lead, man. Like
we're gonna talk about the Red Devils either way it goes. The Red Devils, we're gonna talk about them for having
Jim Missouri said they want all the smoke, man. That's the catchphrase now. We want all the smoke.
All right, Black. You hear that, Black?
Yeah, smoke sausage. That's what you
get. Oh man, that was funny. All right, Friday.
Any of us picking Kathleen to win any of those 3 games before we get started?
Well, Windermere ain't this week, so it's just Auburndale and Bartow this week. So far, yeah, neither one of us got Kathleen. So they can prove us wrong. Auburndale proved us wrong with Windermere. Proved all 3 of us wrong, so it can happen.
No, it can't happen. It's not possible. It's not possible. Look, so I'm just trying to keep the Lakeland fans cool and calm because they see that we can get on the Kathleen guys. Auburndale. Bartow just ain't been losing. We couldn't talk about tip-off games other than Auburndale, so we give it to everybody.
Everybody get it.
Everybody get it.
Oh man. Yo, shout out to you, Coach Sears, Mike Spears. He was the only one that picked Windermere. I mean, Auburndale over Windermere.
I know.
On the air, so shout out.
He could have text me that. He could have called me or text me that. He had to wait the Polk Hoops jump off. See how your best friends treat you? That's what your best friends do. They want to sell you out on live.
Oh, man. All right, on Friday, we got Winter Haven versus Jenkins.
I like Winter Haven. That's going to be a good game, though. That's going to be a really, really good game. I think it's going to be a tough game. Could go down to a last-second shot, but I like Winter Haven.
Winter Haven and Jenkins?
Yeah, Winter Haven at Jenkins.
Did you just say that's a good game, Billy?
It's going to be a tough play game, bro.
Man, so
you think Winter Haven going to blow? You think somebody going to get blowed out?
Jenkins play hard, bro, but come on, man. We talking top 5 team, dog. Bartow just went in there and beat them by like 20-something. So you saying a top 5 team, Jenkins going to compete with the top 5?
They have.
What team they competed with?
Who's not in the top 5, in the top 10 though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like Winter Haven's playing great right now. You know what I'm saying?
They lost who the 2 games they lost to? They lost to
Charlotte. And they lost to Auburndale.
They lost to who was the first game they lost to?
Charlotte, out of Charlotte County.
Wasn't Charlotte in the state last year?
Yeah, they're pretty tough team. But the thing is though, ain't nobody really blow Jenkins out like that.
Bartow.
Okay, we'll give it to them. But other than that, Jenkins has played everybody else tough, especially at home. I still like Winter Haven, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout, Tuma. It's going to be less than 10 points.
Wow. Who you like, Tuma?
No, I'm Winter Haven. I think Jenkins is playing hard and very well coached, which we had asked questions about that. I don't think they can play with a top 5 team in the county.
I like Jenkins I don't know if it's an upset, but I like Jenkins in that one at home.
Boy, if Jenkins win, my blueprint gonna be for Sunday. I'm dragging Winter Haven. Boy, I bet I lose to Jenkins, boy. Hey, y'all get back in the top 5 again.
Yeah, I like Jenkins. I don't know if it's an upset, but I like Jenkins in that one at home. Home on a Friday night. I like Jenkins in that one.
Yeah,
all right. So Saturday, we got a lot of this Auburndale shootout this Saturday. So some in county teams, get some out of county teams. So, and this one ain't really in or out of county team. This kind of because we consider them in county. So Sebring versus Jenkins. These games are all at Arbondale. So they neutral. Well, Arbondale not neutral, but everybody else is neutral site. Sebring at Jenkins.
I'm gonna take Jenkins.
I'm taking Jenkins.
That's a tough one. I'm gonna take Jenkins.
I'm gonna take Sebring because Jenkins. I think they're gonna spend a lot the night before, and they ain't gonna have a lot the next night. But it was surprising when they won. All right, next Hardy at Vero Beach. Hardy versus Vero Beach because it's at Arbondale.
I don't know nothing about
I've seen Vero in the past, and he's had athletes, and he coaches well. He was the coach, won the state championship at Ponciana like a couple years ago. I'm gonna actually take Vero on that one. I'm gonna take Vero over Hardy.
Bro, you just blind picking because you don't know Vero?
I'm gonna ride with the county when we got the blind teams. I'm gonna ride with the county.
You know, ride with Hardy? Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Hardy too. That's a blind pick, and I don't know nothing about Vero. So I could be totally wrong on that one. Discovery at Lake Gibson. Discovery versus Lake Gibson.
Discovery at Lake Gibson?
No, it's versus. It's in Arbondale. These are Arbondale shootout. Well, I don't know. Discovery might know that's at Lake Gibson. That's not in the shootout. They at home.
I'm gonna take Discovery.
Man, I say I wasn't picking Discovery no more till they win again. But then somebody just beat Lake Gibson that was suspect, a team.
I like Discovery in that one too.
Boy, Wheatland, boy, I got to go with you. God. Cause you my boy.
Right. We got two more. Santa Fe Santa Fe versus Sickles in Arbondale.
Oh man, I don't know what Sickles had because they best kid transferred.
Hey, can I take my pick back? I want Vero Beach. I just looking at the comments.
Oh, I might want Vero too.
I want Vero. Rewrite mine, buddy. We ain't the game ain't winning the bet yet. Who the game you just said, bro?
Santa Fe and Sickles.
All right, Sickles is 7-3. They lost to Ocala Forest, but they have beat Wildwood, Tampa Jesuit, Newsom. They lost to Durant and Alonzo. They beat the Villages. They beat Steinbrenner, Riverview, and Wharton.
I'm riding with Santa Fe.
I'm gonna go with Santa Fe too.
Yeah, I'm the Fe. The Fe or no way. That's what they say. The Fe or no way.
You say they lost to Durant. That's enough for me. Nothing against Durant, but Durant in basketball. So I like Santa Fe too. And Lake Highland Prep versus Arbondale.
I do Lake Highland Prep beat them last year. And I know they got Joe Berry, little brother, on that. Let me look at their schedule.
Man, I ain't going against Arbondale till they lose. I'm around with Arbondale. I don't learn my lesson. He looking them up. You looking up Lake Highland Prep?
Yeah, I'm looking up, see who they played.
I'm around with E.
Matter of fact,
on me.
Listen to this. Lake Highland Prep lost to Vero by 1. So definitely taking Vero in that Hardy game. They lost to Windermere, but they beat TFA and Trinity Prep. I'm gonna take Arbondale.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Arbondale on that one. The man already selling me out saying he know I'm a pick. But
Yeah,
hey,
I'm gonna pick Auburndale.
it looks like all three of us don't switch out because they calling me to switch out.
Now remember, I picked Auburndale a couple of them games last week that you didn't.
No, I'm talking about the Vero Hardy game.
Oh, yeah, you switched that.
You switched out too. And
Nah.
not Benedict switched out.
I'm switching out. I never picked. What you mean? I picked Vero from the jump.
I thought you picked Hardy.
No, I picked Vero.
And I missed one game. Coach E, tell me if I missed more than that, but I missed one of the games that the shootout, Auburndale shootout. I missed Frostproof Tampa Bay Tech.
Man, we
just got to be. We picked all the Lakeland Challenge games.
I was being funny earlier.
I don't want
to. Tampa Bay Tech lost their best point guard to Osmar. They lost Jimmy to Kathleen. So I don't know what else they got over there.
I'm picking Frostproof.
I like Frostproof.
I'm gonna pick Frostproof.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Frostproof.
I was actually being funny earlier, Barnes, about the Frostproof game.
I know.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. I'm picking Frostproof.
Coach Wallace said he liked Hardy over all y'all. Coach Wallace, of course, is Hardy's head coach.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you're supposed to like Hardy over.
I got one more game. I didn't want us to pick it, but I got to do it to be fair. I can't take them off because, here I got. But Tampa, Jesuit, and Lakeland.
Oh, Lord.
Jesuit shootout. It's Friday. I can't take them off. They was already on here, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, now he ain't got to go there.
Yeah, he played. Well, no. Do he play Jesuit? Yeah, he played Jesuit.
Now he ain't got to go there and play the flex. They gonna run the flex all day on him.
He and Jesuits and Coach Wilcox, tell me if I'm wrong. They in the Jesuit shootout. I want to say they played Jesuit, but I may be wrong on that. But right now I'm saying Jesuit and Lakeland. Joe Blight said he like Lakeland. So
I like Jesuit.
If they're playing Jesuit, I like Jesuit at home.
Yeah.
They light it up in their gym. They lights it up.
Yeah, I know you got Boston the flex. Oh, they're gonna run the flex offense to death on him.
But you gotta cover everybody. The 5 people on the court, the people on the bench, the coach. Everybody shoot the ball in that gym, boy.
Yeah, the Dreadnoughts ain't making it about that one with a W. I'm sorry, that won't be a win.
That's gonna be tough. All right, so we got 15 games, man. That's
the only game Lakeland play over the break.
No, they play. We can pick that one if you want to on Thursday night. Lakeland at McKeel, because we hadn't picked the McKeel game either. Lakeland at McKeel.
Okay, Lakeland finally get the W then. There we go. Lakeland will beat McKeel.
I'll go with that. Even though McKeel gonna give them a fit. I like Lakeland over McKeel.
Hey, how you gonna lead man? How we gonna lead the Dreadnoughts out of getting their first win, cuz?
Hey man,
come on now. We got
so many games on here, man. I'm trying to make sure we cover the county and don't miss people. So we got Lakeland coming through on Thursday for their first win. That's what we saying.
Coach Hen. Well, that was a great pickup game right there to get your first W. Dobie, you gonna get that one, buddy.
Coach Wilcox out here too.
Yeah, I would thought, yeah. Y'all be 1-4 going into Jesuit.
Hey,
y'all dropped 1-5.
Coach Johnson say he like your picks tonight too. That's Frostproof head coach. Shout out to Coach Johnson.
What Coach Johnson said?
He say he like your picks. He like your picks over me and Billy D picks.
Yeah, I'm around with them boys, man.
Hey, man. So I guess that's what 16 games. So, and we didn't all pick the same people, so we probably have a little separation next week, depending on how things turn out.
Hey, my record finna look. Hey, my record gonna be nice. Hey, and I appreciate you adding that Lakeland McKeel game. That's an extra game I need over Billy D.
Hey, that game. So right now, too, you one game short of us though. Cause did you pick Frostproof? You didn't pick Frostproof Ridge. So
it's chill, but
I'm just trying to say where we different at.
No, I'm around with Ridge. Put Ridge down on that one. I got Frostproof on the other game.
Listen, we only It's only.
Who she talking about? She don't need for like a.
It's only one game. It's only
I
one game
gotta
that
ride with y'all, Mimi. I'm gonna
only
let
two games that we picked different. Billy D, you and Tuma, y'all picked all the same games, and I picked different 2 games.
man. I can't even catch this guy.
You ain't gonna be able to catch him, y'all. I'm gonna either be ahead of y'all, or I'm gonna be 2 couple games back.
Nah, you gonna be behind us.
She wasn't talking about you, Mimi.
Oh, I see. She's still talking about.
Talking about Black.
Well,
Hey,
that's,
he not
that's
allowed
gonna
to
be,
come either. We don't want no Bartow guy like that in the gym. He'll sell out. Pressure's already got on him. P already got on him.
He already got him. All right, guys. So something I wanted to ask y'all about, as far as we kind of already talked about it. Last week, Lake Wales was not able to play any games because they was quarantined, which affected Bartow, Discovery, and Kathleen. Now, Discovery and Bartow were both able to pick up games. Kathleen was not able to find a team to replace them. What are y'all like thoughts? We kind of been kind of talking about it here and there. I mean, this is the last week of the semester for, and that's another thing. Grades, the semester ends. So
it doesn't. Actually, it doesn't, Barnes.
Oh, it's not.
It ends January 15th.
January 15th. Okay.
Yeah.
So all right. So they still got a little more time after that. But I haven't heard any other teams that are, I guess, losing games this week. And then, like you say, but what is it that can be done? And then now and this was the other thing. It's kind of 2-part. They're both 2 separate things. We talked about officiating, and I noticed in the Santa Fe Bartow game they had 3 officials. Am I right or wrong on that, Tuna?
Yeah, they had 3.
They had 3 officials. That's the first game that I know of that has been 3 officials this year.
All of Bartow home games will be 3 officials.
Okay, so Bartow plays. Bartow
chicken wings and fries at the games.
The only people that's playing 3 wings. Oh wow! So
breaking news.
Lake Wales lost their games again this week.
I was gonna mention that they don't come out quarantine till like Saturday.
So that means that there won't be. Let me cross them out. There won't. So Jenkins won't be playing tomorrow night. And I was thinking about going to that one. So
Zeke, man, I ain't seen you in a minute since you're the little Zeke. Now you
also Lake Wales won't be playing. Was that the only game this week? Look like I got on here.
I talked to the coach. He said he lost 6 games total. So I just know they don't come out quarantine till Saturday.
Wow.
I mean, what we doing, man? I mean, what can we do? Ain't nothing we can do.
No, that was an unfortunate situation.
It was in house, like it was.
No, it actually wasn't. It was
like a student in the class.
It was like a fan that talked to the kids briefly after the game, and then they tested positive and basically mentioned all the kids on the team, so all of them had to quarantine. Is a story that I got.
Oh man! So they Jenkins, Lake Region, and Arbondale. That's
Arbondale did a game. Play Blicker. Play.
So Coach Blicker said that he was actually gonna have 2 refs. He found out right for the JV game and got the 3rd ref over there, which worked out great. But I guess my thing with it is a game like that. Can you imagine if that game would have had 2 officials? They could have been the best 2 officials in the county.
Oh
but
yeah.
Just imagine that game with 2 officials.
I don't even want to. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. Not to say it will favor either or. It just wouldn't have been a good situation.
No, man, I'm telling you, being an official and only having 2 officials, bro, it's hard to see.
That's hard, man.
From them angles, and to have 3 officials, for those games you need to have 3. But the thing is, you have control over that. Only thing you got to do is just reach out to John Akins. if you want to pay for that third official at home, you can go ahead and do that. And I recommend any team that has aspirations to go to the playoffs to go ahead and do that.
And they had 3 officials, from what I understand, at the Lakeland Challenge too. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, Blicker is an official. Billy D, you're an official. Y'all both coach also, so y'all kind of got a unique take on it. Y'all got it from both sides. That I don't care how great an official you are, the ask 2 officials to see a game, any game, but definitely a game of that caliber that they played at that level they played at Thursday. That would be unfair to even the best official to expect them to be able to go out there and give you quality, because it's just too much going on for you to give 2 people that type of assignment. And hopefully Coach E'll have 3 of his things, since he got some good teams. He got some good games scheduled for Saturday. He'll have some good officials at his also.
Do we got 3 refs? Can you tell us that? Is it 3 refs? I think he had 2. And I know Auburndale got money.
He only got 2 for Saturday? I hope he got 3.
Does he have? He only did 2 when they played Santa Fe, right? It was only 2 officials, right?
Remember, it was 3 for that game.
Oh, he had 3?
When they played Santa Fe in the
chip-offs?
Yeah, it was 3 for that game.
Oh, dope.
I just got something. I'm not gonna say it on here because I've been asked to be anonymous with it, but
how they gonna send you something to be anonymous?
Because people don't want to. They don't.
You can share the information, but you just can't give a name.
I tell you this, I do have a game in the Auburndale shootout, and it's only 2 of us, so I don't know about the other games. I would assume that it's 2 officials.
Coach
so we ain't got to go over there because
Coach Blicker say it's only 2. Eric too cheap.
I knew it was only 2. I think we mentioned something about that. Like that what brought up discussion about the refs. I know, like we talked about that, like how it's gonna be a struggle. Polk County already got the worst refs in the county.
Come on now, Tuma. I'm gonna tell you this. I learned to appreciate them. I learned to appreciate them when I went other places. We complain about the refs here, but it's no better when you go other places. Like I really refuse to go to Miami anymore because they're horrible down there. And
what you think Miami feel about Polk County? Well, good couldn't even get some of the teams to come back to the refs.
Understood, but they bad down there too. Everybody have the same gripe. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that you coach the sport at elite level, so we're gonna let you slide by the ref. But let's be honest, I've said it before, y'all trash. You in the fraternity right now. You in the fraternity referee. Y'all trash, brother.
It is what it is. All of them not like that. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, it ain't it's a couple.
Not all of them.
How much of it is a bad rap, and how much of it is actually accurate? I know you can't really speak on it because you are.
Coach, I'm new to that organization. It's different seeing it from the other side, but seeing it from the other side, the quality is not there where we need it to be. All right, the job of referees is to help coaches coach their kids better, and you have some great refs in the association, and you have some on the other side, which kind of, balance it out, is what I'm going to say.
Tim? You had the ref game with Tim yet?
No, I have not.
But you happy about that? But you smiling about that?
Hey, Coach E say he going to have 3 refs, and that's what I was telling him when I talked with him. You had these teams coming from out of town. You got to have 3 officials if you want people to come back to your stuff, man. You want to have a good officiated game. You want people to have a good experience. You want them to have a good officiated game, and you want to have a good hospitality room. That's how you get people to come back to your events. Billy D, that's
this man talking about you. He got
over the back, especially coach.
Okay, let's talk about Coach E now. Coach E, the coach, and Coach E, the ref, is 2 totally different people.
Coach E, he referee too.
Yeah,
Man, Coach E ref too. He be calling me the ref during the summer.
He
And
trash too.
every time Coach E is on the sideline, he be giving refs the business. But then when he reffing, he a totally different. He's that person that he be arguing about. So I don't know what Coach E be doing. It's funny to me. But I'm gonna still call it from the locker room if I get our game.
One thing I always do, I always laugh at how Coach E get on officials because I know he official. And
I never knew that.
I always laugh at him like how he be like if you all could have been at the Ridge Arbondale game and see how him and Coach Frankie was going at those officials. Oh man, that was probably better than the game with how they was going at the refs. Man, it was coming. I was laughing. I mean, it was made for TV. It was like a reality show, but I always laugh at Coach E because how he jump at the officials and because he is one, and that's always just funny to me. But
see, that's I never knew he was actually reffing the games.
That's great. He don't do it during the season. He do a lot of travel ball stuff. You know,
he referee in his trash. Let's be real.
Coach Blicker, that's a good point. Put Coach Blicker point up too. I mean, that's a good and we understand that, and
that's the problem. The refs try to dictate the game in Polk County. That's why we had the big fight last year. I'm at the game.
Nah, see, that's where I don't. You know, I'm not trying to be involved. I'm trying to let the kids play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Let them sort it out.
Games, bro. I hate going to watch the Mosaic to watch them because they always try to dictate them games.
Yeah.
Billy D, let me ask you one question. I just need to know this, bro. I just need to know. Please give me the answer. Do you come to the game with your suitcase?
No. Usually I come to the game dressed already.
Thank you. You're not a bad referee, buddy. I was gonna say, Billy D, we gotta talk. If you rolling in there,
no man, I already come dressed, ready to go.
If you willing the suitcase in and you demand to place the change, I got a problem with you, Billy D. So I'm glad you don't do that.
But what that be? What be about? I mean,
hey man, them guys don't watch.
You coming from work? You coming straight from work? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got a chance to go home, so you coming right from your job. I get that, but everybody ain't coming from work. You know, I don't know. Maybe they is. I don't know where the people work at, but I used to always just that stuff used to want, and everybody see it, man. You just come in there and I don't know. But I just wondered about that, so I'm glad that get them 20-inch rims on it. I mean, Coach Ambo, I mean, what we talking about? I mean, what is in the bag? All you can put in the bag is pants, a shirt, and some shoes. I mean, why you need that big old?
Hey, it's a good time.
I don't know. Maybe you need more than that. Like I said, I don't know. So I don't want to be ignorant about it. But
I'm gonna tell you what's the big thing now in the bag. They have like the gun massager in there. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to get ready, trying to get loose before the game.
With that big bag, they already got the gun massage. You see it? Hold on. Let me make sure this is the same thing we're talking about.
Coach Johnson say, Coach E, a referee a game.
Is your
right his polo on and then come back and go referee some.
He ain't lying because that's the show. What he gonna do? And then be arguing about the calls and stuff. Yeah.
The big
What the world is that?
Most of them got them.
Massage gun, man.
Most of them got them, bro. I have me one. You can see. I usually do it for the travel ball season because it's be so many games, but not during the season. But they still bring them.
This is all that's in the suitcase. Wow.
No, so they have their clothes.
We cracked the code. The massage gun is what's in the suitcase. That's why they gotta have a suitcase. I never knew that.
Man, they have that. They have everything. Extra shirts. Some people change at halftime. They have 800 whistles. And, you know, they have it all, bro.
Hey, that means you trash.
Bro, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
But don't get there.
Bro, put that up. What Miss Carlisle just put. No, post that what she just put. You see the
Don't
last
get there, Billy D. Did not get there.
Hey, now that's facts. Now anybody that done seen, ain't nobody talking about it, but anybody done seen Sterling rub. Sterling need about 3 shirts because Sterling be working, but
Yeah.
don't nobody else work like you can physically see the work that Sterling doing. Ain't nobody. We ain't saying other wrestlers ain't working.
Man, who is Sterling, man? I got to find him.
Some people call it slow motion. I won't say the name of who calls it slow motion, but yeah, Sterling go through.
You would know him if you see him, Tuma.
Yeah.
You know him if you see him. That's Coach Down and Frat Brother.
Oh, we need to start ranking the refs.
Oh, he Alpha. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Alpha.
Okay.
We got to start ranking the refs.
If we got on here and did a ref ranking show, man, we wouldn't dare kick us off. We wouldn't be able to jump back on here.
No, who will kick us off?
We can do it. Billy D can't, but we can do it. That might not be a bad.
Billy D don't care though. He obviously saying stuff now, and he on the sideline. They gonna get you, cuz. They gonna
get who?
You.
I mean, you don't know nothing, do you?
When the Haven girls game, you're gonna be like, okay, that's personal.
Man, hey, I ain't even worried about that because our games don't be close enough at home for them to get involved. So I ain't even worried about that. And we can't get them in the playoffs. We can't get them in the playoffs, so we good at Winter Haven.
We won't do the worst, but top 5 right now, off the top.
Right now?
Top 5
right now.
I just know
if you don't feel like it, we can do it next week.
I just know dead last.
Off the head.
Dead last is Tim.
Say again?
Tim dead last.
No, we ain't saying real bad. We just saying if you can think of the top 5 right now off your head, who you think? When you think, well, let's say it this way: when you think top officials in the county right now, we won't say not top. We'll try to stay positive. But if you say top officials in the county right now, I see Coach Blicker said Quan.
You know who I like reffing? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people don't like him reffing. I like June ref. I like June when he ref.
June don't do a bad job, but June not well received by a lot of people though.
Cause June real.
Yeah.
That might be why.
June not gonna sugarcoat anything.
He's not gonna sugarcoat anything. He read the Bartow what's name game, and people were complaining about like how the reffing was. But in honesty, I thought that was a great ref game. And I think I like June. Let's just go back to another time because these suitcase guys, I ain't gonna rate no suitcase guys, and there's a lot of them that are coming up with the suitcases. I don't want to talk about them guys, man. They need to come in there dressed and ready to go.
Hey man, you had it out there, so we off the cuff.
I can't name them because I think a bunch of them trash. I can't name 5. I think a bunch of them trash.
You don't think it's 5 good ones?
It's like one guy that's so cool when he make the call. I think he like the head guy now. He was. It's one of them guys, bald headed, real cool. He make the call like he just smooth.
Terrence Mike.
I think that's who it is, man.
Yeah.
Like, everything about him was like he got to be cool when he make the call.
Yeah, he is cool, man. So Ambo say Quan, Skip, Malcolm X, Dawkins, Sterling. I don't know who Skip or Malcolm X is.
Man, Dawkins trash, man. Man, who
is Skip and Malcolm X? Billy, do you know who them is?
Dawkins ain't top 5.
You disagree with Dawk, too?
I disagree with Dawk. Dawk is not top 5. I ain't afraid to say it. I don't play. Our coach. Dawk ain't top 5.
Colin say he think I ain't gonna say he don't like when you call him that, so I'm gonna call him by the government. Colin say John Aiken's the best ref in the county.
Nah, man. Oh, I don't know. I mean, John the suitcase guy, so I don't rank them.
Yo, but you tough, bro. You real tough, but yeah, I'm gonna stay out of this one.
Yeah, I like Thomas.
Oh, but they call Thomas Malcolm X.
Hey, McGriff ref too.
Man, I didn't never knew they called Thomas Malcolm X, man.
McGriff ref too.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at that.
Hey, we just having fun, man. We got to give it to the rest, man. Shout out to the trash.
Come on, Toba, bro. Let us stall them out, Debo. Stall them out. Stall them out, bro. You need these people, bro. You need these people. Stall them out.
Hey, we just doing something that the coaches been wanting to do for a long time.
But y'all hell, boy.
Coaches been wanting to call y'all trash for a long time, man.
Y'all hell.
Hey, I know he ain't been out there. He been up putting.
Oh shit! Oh man!
I will say this though.
Clarence,
I think the local association should give like clinics for the coaches. Because when I started refereeing, I actually became a better coach because of clarification of the rules. I don't think a lot of coaches know the rules well enough, and it would clearly make them a better coach. It made me a better coach.
Hey, why did y'all ain't say Darius McGriff was a great ref, man? I don't see Darius' name in the top 5.
Eric say Quan, Clarence, and Rita.
Which one is Rita? From Bartow?
Bartow.
Yeah, I think she do a good job. But I don't know if she's a suitcase.
Clarence.
I disagree. I think Clarence. I mean Clarence can ref good, but I think he gets too in his feelings.
Oh man.
But I think Clarence can. It's different games with Clarence. He getting his feelings a lot, man. But
I'm telling you, bro, they need to give something for the coaches so they can learn the rules.
I don't know about Rita. Eric said he was saying who did his game.
No, I'm not saying Clarence ain't good. I just think Clarence gets in his feelings.
Yeah. Clarence he can get rabbit sometimes.
Yeah, he can
hear what people saying. Yeah.
He's an emotional ref.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, I know you ain't knowing everything, but I was about to, I had some concerns, but I'm trying to not say my concern because we trying to, yeah, okay. You bite now. You bite. You was off for a minute. I thought I lost you. But
man,
yeah,
I'm gonna change the subject before they all have bad games next week.
I like that. But the beauty of it is, I'm not affiliated with nobody no more, bro. Not so we can kind of,
Hey, we more worried about you, cuz.
Yeah,
I just say, bro, I'm good. I do know that my girls play at the field house this weekend. It's a huge tournament that's going on there. It should be some top girls team at the field house on Friday and Saturday.
I do know that it will be Polk County refs.
Yeah. So, and we supposed to have 2 pretty good teams. So hopefully, this don't come back.
You got to get us that so we can post that. I didn't know that. Y'all the only team when they on county team?
No, I think it's more county teams that are in it. But I know we play Friday and Saturday against 2 pretty good teams.
Yeah, we got it.
Hey, look, I like Clarence though. Clarence runs up and down the flow. I just feel like Clarence gets emotion sometimes. I ain't against Clarence. I see a lot of people co-signing Clarence, but he gets emotional. And I hope he ain't the suitcase guy.
But this the thing though. This the thing. We gonna get off of it, Coach Billy D, out of respect to you. But why is it why is it like it's almost like it's taboo? Like it's like you gotta walk on eggshells to talk about the officiating. I mean, it's a part of the game. I mean, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
We need to give it to them just like we give it to the school. It's only fair. This post,
and that's fine. And that's fine. Just out of respect, I gotta fall out of that one. I gotta fall out.
Bro, you part of that brotherhood now.
I wouldn't mind. But if we could get the names, which I know we wouldn't be able to get the names, if it was somewhere where it was publicly posted, I wouldn't mind me and bruh, Billy D, you'll be out of this. Me and bruh doing the rankings, just like we did do the player rankings and the team ranking, we do the ref rankings.
Hey, listen, y'all think you know this one thing now, and I'm gonna be the first one to put it out there, but ain't nobody naming Billy D.
A couple people said Billy D. A couple people said
Billy D, man, yeah. What game you again?
Couple people said
I'm not top 5. Don't care about being top 5. I don't even want them highlight games. I'm good. I'm just going to work to get better, be a better coach, to get my little Christmas money up, bro.
What game you refereed in Polk County again?
What game?
Yeah.
I got a bunch of girls games this week, but I do have one in the Arbondale Challenge. Actually, me and what y'all call? Y'all call them something else, but yeah, I do have one in the Arbondale Challenge, so I'll be.
Yeah. What time your game is?
It's early, like at 1-2 o'clock.
All right, I'm gonna be there. Barnes, I'm gonna be there before he get there. See if he walking in with that suitcase.
It's okay.
Gonna be on you.
I know you are. Ray Davis always give it to me when I'm in there, so it's all good.
And do not kick me out the gym, bro. If I'm getting loud now, don't want to get personal with you, boy.
So
I'm not there for that. That's not cool.
Rep too. All y'all cats repping. I know Blicker rep too. All y'all rep.
Ambo rep, Blicker rep too.
Yeah, Blicker rep too.
Man, all y'all trash. How would y'all want to be a part of that madness, man? How do y'all really want to be a part of that madness?
Bro, if I would have known about reffing before I started coaching, bro, I probably would have never coached, bro. I would have never coached. The money that they making, I would have never coached. Yeah, and then you don't have to take it home with you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta lose sleep because my team not playing bad or scouting and all that other stuff. If you're a college student and you looking for a part-time job, you need a ref. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, they giving away money.
I tell you, when I was coaching basketball at Lakeland, me and Coach Collins, we said once his son had graduated high school and went to college and my son graduated, we said we was going to stop coaching and go ref together and partner up. You know how back in the day, the referees used to like ref partners? You know how Don, what the dude name was? Used to be the AD over the Bridges, and the one dude used to ref together. Ampere and Steve Taylor used to ref together. Used to always get your partners. Like right now, Doc and the Chip dude, they ref together. Well, every time you see one of them, you see the other one. They partner up. That what me and Colin said we was gonna do, but then we like, man, they probably wouldn't give us no games because they didn't like us because of how we used to question them when we coached. So we never did it. But I definitely that officiating definitely is where it's at. If you need some, even want some, like you said, some money, because and the way the officiating is, as many games as you want, they gonna give them to you. You won't, because they need officials. You can legitimately be working every night of the week if you want to, the way it's set up. So you definitely ain't wrong for it.
Like I said, I highly encourage that for college students. College people that's looking to make some money or whatever. I highly encourage them to get into that.
I thought I just wanted to know if it was mandatory. You already told us, Billy D, because it seemed like everybody doing it. I just wanted to make sure you wasn't doing the suitcase thing. I thought that was a mandatory Polk County thing that you had to have a suitcase.
No.
All right.
If somebody interested, Billy D, before we get off, how would they find? What would be the qualifications, or who would they talk to if they want to try to jump in it? We're gonna make it positive. We're gonna get back to content now. We don't mess around. I guess
winter sports are closed. But usually what I do in basically around July or so, you can sign up for the sports that you want to do. You want to go to the Florida High School's website. They have an official's website that says Become an Official. You go in there, and basically you sign up for what sports that you want to play, participate in. I think it's like $47 for one sport, then like $25 for each additional sport after that. Once you sign up, they have a rules exam that you have to pass by a certain date. Once you pass that rule exam, you got to take it every year. You'll be certified. You also got to get fingerprints every 5 years. You got to get fingerprints for the Jessica Longford Act.
Okay.
So once you clear the background check, you pass the test every year. You'll get all the games that you want to ask for, because like you said, they need officials. They need them bad.
Well, they need officials like they need school bus drivers.
Yeah, it's a great comparison. I mean, but
it
they need.
is a great comparison, and the thing is, the officials, they got a tough route. It's a thankless job. You know, you're out there officiating, and if you make this call, you got a 50% chance that somebody gonna be pissed off at you. You know, either I'm gonna be pissed off at you because you made the call for me, or I'm gonna be pissed off because you didn't make the call for me. So
Yeah.
it's not a easy gig.
I had a situation Friday, reffing the game. Kid got smacked, and they did get smacked, but they traveled first, and the coach was upset about the call. Like, coach, I agree with you that they got fouled, but they traveled first. Traveled took place before the foul, so therefore we're going the other way. It's a tough job. It's tough to see, especially when you got two officials covering the whole entire court. But like I said, it's a great learning experience. I became a better coach when I started officiating. So
yeah, man, we were joking around, but we respect the job that the officials do. You know, shout out to Billy D, shout out to Ambo, shout out to Coach Blicker, Coach E. I see Coach Marlowe say he officiating now. All the coaches that's doing double duty. Shout out to everybody. I know it's not the most easy job to do. So we appreciate y'all, and I know the coaches and the
Just
kids.
don't rep with him. That means you grade A sanitation.
Hey, man. So, all right. So we got the picks in. We got updated top 20. Talked about the first game of the year, Instant Classic Part 2, Bartow Santa Fe. We talked about the top team in the county. Tuma talked about the Dreadnoughts.
Hey, Blicker wasn't on here earlier. Again, I know he probably won at the beginning, but Blicker, you did a great job. The two games I saw, you did a great job coaching, man. That Bartow game, you did a great job as well. Just want to throw that out there that you give your praise now that you're doing a great job with your kids. Continue to do it. The only thing I think we did question was like Trey struggling at the point against pressure, but all in all, much respect to the job you're doing with the kids you have.
Second that. So we got a lot of good games this week. I got the text message I got said that it's a school that's not Lake Wales that may be getting quarantined. They hadn't heard yet. They'll know tomorrow. So I'm not gonna say the team or the person that sent the text just out of respect to the team that's possibly going to be affected if they're not. So
is the team gonna be affected again? Another team, you said?
That's not Lake Wales is what the text I got.
Oh,
so hopefully that's not accurate, but it may be. We don't know, but we'll find out, I guess, in the next day or so. So got a lot of games this week. Last semester of the week for the students. Just want to make sure you all finish strong. If you I guess they won't have final exams since they're coming back after the break, but make sure you finish strong. Make sure you stay safe out there, man. And we'll be out to a couple games. I know we'll be kind of we'll be at Arbordale Saturday to check out some of the games, but we'll be some games this week too. And everybody just appreciate you all rocking with us tonight. Apologize for getting on just a little bit later, but seemed like this we had a lot more conversation, a lot more interaction. So maybe they didn't go too bad. So appreciate y'all rocking with us again. Y'all got anything else?
Well, we needed that 7:30, boy.
So 7:30.
I could have made the 7 o'clock one.
Hey, so 7:30 might need to be the move. I was just it kind of fell pretty good. So I appreciate y'all again. We'll be back next week. Then we'll take a week off because it'll be the holidays or whatever. So, but we're back next week, same time. Appreciate y'all, PG. Appreciate you, Coach. Everybody appreciate y'all rocking with us. Y'all be safe and till next week. Polk Hoops out.
Yeah.
Right. Y'all hold it down, man.